YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Shawn.Stay.Fitted, back with another video. And actually, this video I'm doing now, I got a couple of requests on from a previous video that I did on one of my smartwatches that I purchased, which was my ITouch watch. Got a lot of responses and a lot of comments from that video. So what I'm going to be doing now is a comparison between the ITouch and the Apple Watch. Just a little quick comparison to let people know what they're getting if they don't have the money to spend for an Apple Watch and they just want to go ahead and go with the iTouch, which is semi-compatible with an iPhone if you have one. So let's get into it. Okay, like I stated before, this is going to be a video comparing the iTouch to the Apple Watch and all the smartwatches I went through, like going in between. I have a lot of them because at first, of course, before I had an iPhone, I had an Android. So I didn't want to go through the phase of like having to pull my phone out all the time, even when I had my Android phone. There's a lot of smartphones and that's compatible with different types of smartwatches. And there's a lot of smartwatches on the market, like this A Smart. This one you can find on Amazon. I believe it goes for about 25, 28 bucks, which is this one right here. It's not bad. It's kind of flimsy, you know what I mean? Just pretty much your basic smartwatch. This is not compatible in any kind of way with an iPhone, which is why I pretty much don't use this one anymore. I don't mind the time and everything is wrong because I don't have it connected to my phone. But this one's about, like I said, a $28 watch on Amazon. Bluetooth camera, hands-free. It tells you all the stuff that it's compatible with. Again, another watch that I went through as far as, you know, when I had my Android. There's another watch I had when I had my Android. It's not bad. This one actually I used a lot when I had my Android phone. You see it has the camera on there. I had to put clear tape on there, like me not thinking wore it to work one time. And I banged it on like a pillar or something when I was at work, a metal pillar, and knocked the camera out. Like the camera lens part actually fell out. The camera still works, but the lens cover part of the camera fell out. One downside to this, and like I said, a lot of these, this one was on Amazon also. I think this one was about $15 to $17. So you got to remember, a lot of these lower crafted smartwatches aren't made all of that good, but compatibility wise with an Android phone, I mean, pretty much does everything. You know what I mean? As far as your menu, everything you can do with it. I mean, it has a lot of different things like most smartwatches would. It's pretty good, but just when it comes to the camera that's on the watch, definitely a little flimsy. I don't have the box to this one anymore. Then the last one, before I actually get into everything, is this one. It literally just comes in a box that says smartwatch. But it is one of the more heavy-duty ones that I bought. The only downside that I could say about this one I didn't like, has a camera and everything too, but it was just the wristband. Literally all you have keeping this on your wrist is like the two little dot connectors that go into the holes. And this one did tend to pop loose a lot. As you can see on this one too, how it looks. You got the military. Like I said, the times and everything are not hooked up because I don't have them connected to my phone. But like I said, these are just a lot of watches I had, you know, picking different ones. But for the most part, let's get into the one that we are going to be comparing to the Apple Watch, which is the iTouch watch. Now, this one is pretty much all compatible, all things as far as with an iPhone. The only downside you can't do with it when connecting it is you can't pretty much respond back on texts. You can't like text back. You can just read it, but you got to actually text back from your phone. And as you see, like I said, time, everything's not on because it's not fully connected. But yeah, for the most part, you see, you have your Bluetooth, your phone book, your messenger. Yeah, the catalog. Now, if you notice here, there's something called Notifier. If you have it connected to an iPhone, that's how you get your messages through Notifier. You don't get them through regular like messages because you can't respond back to them, so it'll just notify you about things. That's the difference with it. How you have the notifier, you have the camera, you have your lost alert. And like I said, a lot of these things are compatible with it. The only thing that really doesn't work with it is when it comes to responding to texts. And of course, you don't have Siri on here. Now, as far as comparing the two, I can actually say once I had the iTouch watch, I mean, I was pretty much happy with it. And until recently, if you notice here, again, wearing it to work, the connection latch popped off. I didn't even realize it was gone because once I hooked the latch on, you know, it'll still stay on. But I just pulled my hand out of my pocket and went to see what time it was, and I noticed the latch was gone. But outside of that, this is a well-made, it's sturdy, no complaints with it, you know what I mean? But of course, it's hard to compete with an Apple Watch. As you see, I changed the logo. I have the Gucci, you know, Apple on there for the time and everything. But for the most part, and I gotta enter your PIN code to open it up, which y'all do. Got everything going as far as, you know, my percentage, my battery power left and everything like that. But like I said, when it comes to the two, there's only so much you can, got alerted with my activity as far as what I was doing with my Apple Watch when I had it on, as far as me walking and everything. Yeah, thank you for the message. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, me personally, I mean, if you're into smartwatches and you have an iPhone, you're definitely gonna need an Apple Watch. I mean, it's just everything that you can do with it. And I see here's all my apps and everything I have going with it. You can make them kind of big by turning the knob and everything like that. Then you can move it around. Of course, another limited thing on here, you don't have apps connected to your phone, to your watch. So that's another thing that we're gonna keep you limited. I mean, there's only so many things you can do when it comes to an iTouch. I mean, as far as what's already on there for you to use, like your lost alert, you have your settings, your alarm, your pedometer. And now, if you have an iPhone, it will track your steps if you're using that. Your sleep, calendar, stopwatch, you know, your voice, if you just want to record and things like that, because it is not voice activated with your watch. So I know I have some questions about that and people ask, but no, it's not voice activated with your watch. So at least as far as I know, you got your Bluetooth, your phone book will connect. Your phone book will connect, your messages, they will connect. You will be able to read them, like you notify Twitter and all that different kind of stuff. If you have it, you will be able to connect all of that. So for the most part, you can do some things, but of course, like I said, one thing with Apple, and I'm sure people notice this all the time, when you buy an iPhone, one thing about Apple, they want you to buy a lot of their products to use with their phone specifically. And I'm pretty sure, like you see when you go to your app store on your iPhone, a lot of apps that you'll find on Android phones, you won't find them on Apple Watches, you know what I'm saying? Or iPhones for that matter also. Because there are some apps you can get just for your watch that are synced with your iPhone, and then vice versa, that you can just get in the App Store that's just for your watch. Like different type of workout apps, you know, newspaper apps and things like that, that you can connect that, you know, automatically go to your watch and not go to your phone, just so you keep notifying. And like I said, it's a plus because they make it to where you really don't have to pull your phone out of your pocket. Unlike with the iTouch, if you invest in that, some things you still will have to pull your phone out of your pocket for. So, and then, I mean, as you notice, of course, you know how it doesn't look like it, but how it has like the G-Shock look, because I have the Catalyst waterproof case on there with the screen protector that I put on separate, then put the cover in the case on. And I have dropped it a couple times already, no cracks, nothing wrong. So the cases came through so far. I think I dropped it like twice, just like off of the counter, you know what I mean? But again, just comparing the two on a quick comparison without going too in-depth, with your iPhone, your Apple Watch, you rarely will have to take your phone out of your pocket if you really don't need to. The iTouch, it does a lot. While it does do a lot, you still will have to take your phone out of your pocket to do certain things on here because it doesn't do everything. It just doesn't match up power-wise or just app-wise with all the different things that it can do. Like from your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, to all those different type of things. Now, I've had some people in the comments on that last video say that You can do some of that stuff with this. I don't know if maybe it's just this version, but this one can't, you know what I mean? As far as being able to download anything of that nature, like all of that, I haven't seen it. But like I said, with this one, I just kept it pretty cut and dry. Just like if I wanted to make a call from the watch and things like that, or just read my messages and just keep notifying like that. Because I mean, I wore it to work. I knew eventually I was going to invest in an Apple Watch. So I really just bought this for what it was at the time. Just something to hold me over till then. So for the most part, if you don't want to shell out the money for an Apple Watch, I will say this, it is the definite way to go. If you don't want to shell out which I'm pretty sure you can get one now for about $250, $300. This is a Series 2 Nike Plus edition. So this one you could probably get for about $250, $280, maybe $300, depending on where. Like I got this one from Best Buy. Your ITouch you can find in pretty much your Ross stores, your TJ Maxx's, maybe some DD's discount store. So it's not hard to find. I believe this one I got for $45.99. I've seen some as high as like $49, $50, you know what I mean? So just depending on where you at. But like I said, if you don't want to shell out that money, it is not a bad route to go for the money. And then, if you have an Android phone, mind you, again, all these smartwatches here, I mean, there are plenty of options that are fully compatible with Androids. And they'll be worth the money because, I mean, being compatible with all things Android, responding back, some do have voice commands, you know what I mean? So it's not bad at all. And actually, this works fully with an Android also. So it's not bad at all. So if you have an iPhone, it's good. If you don't want to shell out the money for the Apple Watch. Now, on the latter note, if you have an Android phone, you have a wide array of options. You know what I mean? Because you can pretty much get a good smartwatch for an Android for about $50 or $60 and then do everything you're looking for, and some will even have a camera on them. So there are some pretty good ones out there for other options if you don't want to use it. That's my watch looking for me right now, because usually to be on my wrist to read my heart rate and everything like that. So I think it notices I don't have it on. But without dragging the video out, I'll just leave it at that. So that's just my opinion, basically. If you have an iPhone, Apple Watch is the definite way you want to go. But if you don't have the money to shell out, the iTouch is not a bad go. I mean, you still have to pull your phone out on certain things like responding to texts, but I mean, it still keep you information-wise. It'll keep you up to date on everything going on with your phone if you don't want to pull it out all the time. But you will have to pull it back out to respond to texts. And again, if you have an Android phone, plenty of options. Definitely plenty of options and a different route to go, so you don't have to shell out that kind of money. But I'm pretty sure with most people with iPhones, they'll know anything with iPhone and Apple, you will shell out money for. So just be prepared for that. So for the most part, like I said, I'm not going to drag this on. It's your boy Shawn.Stay.Fitted, man. Hope you guys appreciate the video. Just wanted to do a quick comparison video and get that out, drop that for y'all, just to let you know my opinion on it. And feel free to hit me in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Always open to listen to other people's thoughts and what they're thinking on the product. If you have an iTouch, let me know how yours is working. You got an Apple Watch, let me know about that too. Let me know how they compare for you, if you have one or the other or both. So this your boy, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'm out of here.